Scaria. This ancient land has suffered 30 long years under Akadula's brutal dictatorship. The opposition parties, progressives, intellectuals, and anyone who dared oppose him, all eventually yielded to his iron will. Everyone assumed that there would be no end to Akadula's rule. However, as his oppression grew stronger and as countless demonstrations were violently quelled, the enthusiasm for a Scarian revolution deepened. Until one day, when an uprising exploded like wildfire. The revolutionaries have made their camp in eastern Scaria, the country's poorest region. Inspired by the revolutionaries, commoners, long oppressed, have taken up arms against Akadula. While they are disorganized, lack supplies, and are fighting with farm tools, kitchen knives, and relics of previous wars, they are convicted in their hopes for a better future. Despite countless setbacks, the revolutionaries have secured a front line. Akadula commands his army from his palace, a shining jewel situated deep in the wealthy western province. Thousands of his troops, supporters, and mercenaries recruited from allied nations around the world stand guard in his palace. They are well equipped and well trained. With these advantages, Akadula commands an endless onslaught against the revolutionaries. Perpetual war ravages Scaria, with no end in sight for this power struggle. Yet, on this day, an airplane makes its way through the skies of Scaria. Its destination? The revolutionaries' eastern encampment. Navigating no-fly zones is a difficult task, and the pilot was forced to land along the western border, deep within the Scarian army's territory. A young college student stepped off the plane, full of determination to help overthrow Akadula's regime. She, however, never expected to find herself in such a dilemma. No one could have ever imagined that the fate of Scaria and countless lives would rest upon this young woman's shoulders.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kazar, and we're here today with Home Behind 2, a game by developer TPP Studio. And this is obviously the sequel to Home Behind 1, which I have not played, but the studio was kind enough to give me a Steam key, as this game has now entered out of early access here. And so I'm really excited to play this, as they've self-proclaimed this as Darkest Dungeon meets This War of Mine. Both games that I absolutely adore and think are fantastic. And given the current worldly climate, I think this is a really, hopefully going to be a very moving piece to be looking through and playing as we get through this game of revolution in a sort of dictatorship society. If you like this video and want to see more of what's coming on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to be notified of new videos. And we're just going to jump right in and figure out what the heck Home Behind is all about as we get to meet this revolutionary college student leader here on their journey. So let's see here. We've got Banan. I don't know if I could... Oh, is the name Chris? Banan or Chris? Complete a round of the game to unlock Chris's initial settings. Okay. So, they're female, age 25. They're from Scaria. And their nickname is Ascetic Shiv. Let's go ahead and re-roll that one. That's a Thwarted Scammer, Panicked Jet, Cloned Vapor. These are interesting nicknames. Cunning Rock, Flashing Axe. I like that. So height is 165 centimeters. Doesn't really have any set meaning, but it looks like depending on where we put their weight, their strength or agility can change. I think we're going to go with agility over strength here. And their hobbies are daydreaming, but we can like set it to any of these awesome hobbies, which will change little things. Like daydreaming gives a -4 supplies cost. I'm assuming that that's a random roll that we just got there. But I would imagine, so -4 supplies cost, that's going to make it easier to buy supplies. I think that's how that's going to work. Again, sleeping is a hobby. Max HP +2, that would be my personal one. I'm thinking of parkour, maybe adding some dodge in there. Just for the sake of time, I think we'll pick that one, but it's really cool to see like all these other things in here, and I'm sure as we continue with our runs in this game, we would be interested in trying to add some different hobbies into the mix. Let's see, if we're looking at this, we got strength, agility, intelligence, fitness, resolve, standard sort of D&D stats here. It looks like our strength is going to be adding +1% to our damage, our block rate, and our crit rate. Agility would be doing the same for speed, accuracy, and crit damage. Intelligence is going to be our heal effect, XP received, supplies cost, and loot. All good stuff. And fitness would be defense, max HP, resist injury, and resolve would be additional morale, dodge, and fortitude. I'm thinking of, since we kind of got the parkour vibe going on here, we're going for agility. I'm thinking if we can, yeah, maybe we'll take down one of these other skills and up agility one more. Which is the opposite of what I just did. Which skill should we get down? I'm thinking of going with kind of this a quick brawler. So I want strength to still be up. Maybe, I mean, we are the flashing axe after all. So should we take down fitness? No, that's max HP. We don't want that. I think maybe we'll take down intelligence a little bit. But they're a college student. I'm overthinking this. Okay, maybe we'll take down strength. Maybe they're not necessarily a brawler, but with a pistol. I always kind of go for more the pistol dodge type anyway. So speed, accuracy, and crit damage. That sounds pretty good to me. Talents. Let's roll them. Let's see. -3 damage, but +3 dodge. So I don't think we get to pick any of these. We just gotta roll until we find something we like. Pierce 1. That sounds good. So strength -1. We already are low on strength, so I don't really want to do that. Heal effect +2. That sounds good. Let's do that one. And we can, we can switch it up. Okay, so these ones are all locked down here. We got all these question marks. God, there's a lot. We got like something straight out of Skyrim down here. Well, that's cool. Okay. We got Assassin's Creed down here. So, but up here we've got so far the Commando, the Sniper, the Medic, and the Scout. So, if we take the Commando, they're balanced fighters that serve as the backbone of many teams. Both their damage and survivability are rather remarkable. Their best position is damage per second tank. Specialty weapon is an assault rifle. Specialty armor is medium. So they can use grenade launchers, frag grenades, and adrenaline. Whereas snipers are slow, but perhaps the biggest threat on any battlefield. Their precise shots are enough to kill nearly any enemy in one attack. And they use light armor. They've got headshot, bullseye, and steady breath. The medics they're not the most skilled healers, but their ability to quickly treat wounds offer a high grade of survivability to an entire team of fighters. They use pistols, and they can heal. And they've got light armor, so they've got rapid first aid, hypodermic needle, and anesthetic. And then we have the Scout. Scouts are not suitable for direct combat. Their main task is to mark vulnerable enemies to improve their teammates' attacks. So it's a support class we got going on here. So their best position is support. They can use assault rifles, and they have light armor, and they can use flare, flaw analysis, and scout mark. I'm kind of feeling like going for the Scout. But again, I'm not sure. I think maybe we just choose the Commando for now. Because we have built out, I don't know, we built out agility here. So speed, accuracy, and crit damage. Maybe we do go with this scout. Because they'll have the assault rifle. And they can... That way they can sort of... Not weaken, but like show the flaws for the enemies. But heal effect, is that only for... Let's see here. Yeah, I wonder if heal effect is only for medic. So let's go for... something different. Speed, heal effect, supplies cost. Here we go. Fitness +1, max HP, morale goes down. Okay, fine. Let's see how that works. We of course have several difficulties here. Normal, hard, nightmare, and hell. We're going to be working on normal here for the beginning. Also looks like we have casualty or casual mode, reduce enemy HP, grants 10% normal revolutionary heritage. I'm going to kind of leave it as just normal there. Kind of see how the game is played in a normal, kind of at its base level there. Energetic, exploring locations requires almost no energy, revolutionary heritage times 90%. Okay, so that's sort of the overland idea there. Kind of changes how that part of the game is played. And unable to save manually. Of course, hardcore. So this is our Iron Man mode, which it does sound to me like this game is going to be sort of the kind of game where we're going to be losing soldiers along the way. We're just going to kind of play Honest Man, just in case there's any sort of problems. We need to reload something big. But for the most part, as you know on the channel, we kind of stick with the problems that we create for ourselves. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Banan. Or is their name Chris? We'll find out. Scaria. While Scaria's various industries and technologies are still developing, the country's rich oil resources have provided enough funds for Akadula's government to feed and clothe the general population. Akadula rules Scaria with an iron fist and has managed to maintain a false sense of peace and stability for quite some time. A full-scale civil war has broken out after calls for true democracy grew loud enough. Scaria's eastern regions have been occupied by the revolutionaries. Scaria is engulfed in division and conflict. Well, this is cool. I like the comic book aspect we got going on here. Oh, damn. Okay. So it looks like, yeah, they're basically going through customs here. Oh, but that's... Okay, so guns are coming out. People are being ushered through. Oh, no. Firing squad. So people got rowdy and they took them to the wall. Oh, boy. Oh, is he doing this just to get to her? That's exactly it. It was a distraction. After more than 20 years of heavy-handed rule by Akadula, the citizens of Scaria have finally had enough. Civil war officially broke out after a large group of peaceful demonstrators were massacred by Akadula's army. Forces who oppose Akadula and his government have joined the revolutionaries, setting up their own government in the eastern regions of Scaria. The revolutionaries are now engaged in a fierce offensive against the government after the Norto Republic pledged their resources in support. In a desert along Scaria's southwestern border. Wait, I can't run any further. Where are we? My makeshift camp. Apologies for the mess, lost puppy. Lost puppy? First I get soaked by the army's water cannons and now I have to deal with childish nicknames? This isn't the welcome I was expecting. You must not have heard about Akadula's new policy. As the Norto Republic has effectively declared their support for the revolutionaries, all passengers from Norto are to be placed under arrest immediately. Damn it! I had no idea the situation in Scaria had deteriorated so quickly. Akadula has managed to prevent any information from escaping Scaria's borders. Now if you don't mind, I'd like to change out of these soaked clothes. If you don't mind, all I have to here are a few unwashed military pants. I don't mind. I have to say, Lost Puppy, those pants sure do make you look like a fugitive. So is this like some romance story going on here? Would you put a lid on your awful sense of humor for a moment? I'm not in the mood. My mother always told me I should have been a comedian. Still, I should thank you. You saved my life. Save your thanks. I'm no philanthropist. I need a translator and a guide. It's damn near impossible to find decent Nortonians in Scaria these days. You might be better served by hiring a guide from a nearby village. Locals? I wouldn't depend on such uncivilized people for anything. I'm sure they'd be more happy to turn over a citizen from the Nordo Republic to Akadula for $100. You're looking at a local. Keep your prejudice to yourself. I only went to the Nordo Republic as a child for schooling. Well, that explains why your Scarian is just as good as your English. Well, even if you are a local, at least you're highly educated and on the run, just like me. I suppose we should introduce ourselves. Please call me Banan. Yeah, this guy and his prejudice, I don't like him. I don't trust him. I can't call you lost puppy. Would you knock it off? I'm beginning to wish you didn't save me. Fine. So why would you choose to return to Scaria at a time like this? You know there are far more efficient ways to kill yourself. For Scaria, to take down Akadula. He is the true enemy of all Scarian patriots. I began planning to return home as soon as I heard that a revolution was kicking off. I understand. So you're, revolutionary reserves? You could call it that. I'm just passionate. And you? What on earth is a Nortonian doing here? Or are you just looking for a fight? I'm here for travel. What a perfect destination. You can call me Prince. Prince. Which fairy tale are you from? Fairy tale? This is more like a horror story, don't you think? Isolated, helpless, and alone in the desert with a few supplies, not to mention the army. I'm well aware of our predicament. What can we do? Our first move should be to locate a means of transportation. There's no way we'll make it across this desert on foot. In fact, I've noticed some tire tracks. My guess is that they were left by an older, heavy truck. Tire tracks? That's unexpectedly professional of you. Where did you learn how to do that? Boy Scouts? Regardless, we should follow the tire tracks and catch up to the truck before it breaks down. Then all we need to do is persuade the owner to lend the truck to us. That isn't funny, Prince. I'm a revolutionary, not a bandit. Fine. Hopefully whoever is driving is fine with hitchhikers. In any case, catching up to the truck should be our first priority. You may not like my sense of humor, madam, but we're in this together. Let's team up. It doesn't seem like I have much of a choice. A wise decision. Come on. Time is of the essence. If we miss this chance, we'll end up spending the rest of our lives in this desert. That's a future I'd like to avoid. We aren't going to get very far without a way to defend ourselves. You know whoever is driving the truck is sure to be armed. I planned ahead. See that crate over there? There are 2 weapons inside of it that I purchased from a few hungry poachers. I can't say they're much better than a lead pipe, but it's the best I could do in this damn desert. They'll be better than nothing. I've learned how to use these types of weapons before. You're just full of surprises, aren't you? Pick your weapon and let's set out. Make sure not to shoot yourself. Or me. I'm looking forward to this adventure, Miss P. Apologies, Miss Banan. If you say that ridiculous name again, I may accidentally shut your mouth forever, Prince. Alright, your teammates are waiting here to be dispatched. Click on a fighter's avatar to view their personal details. Okay. All weapons and gear are stored within your warehouse. You'll need to select appropriate gear for each teammate. Okay, what is Chris? Special Ops. Okay, you may view information on your fighters by checking their files. Each fighter has 5 basic stats: strength, agility, intelligence, fitness, and resolve. Your teammates may equip weapons, armor, and 2 trinkets. Left click to equip and unequip gear. Each of your teammates may hold a different job. Each job has their own standard and ultimate skills. Okay. So he's got Battle Veteran. Okay, so each of these things are going to unlock at different levels. So strength of 3, agility. So he's like way higher stats than us. And I'm trying to, yeah. So he's definitely set up better than us here. Self-proclaimed Nortonian tourist, hobbies movies, which means that he gains +2 to morale. And he gets Battle Veteran, which means that his for the morale cost of 100, he becomes invincible for 1.5 seconds. Target self, special effect, all stats. Okay. So if we look through the warehouse, all of your weapons, armor, and trinkets are stored within your warehouse. Check each tab to view the items within. The capacity of your warehouse is limited, however. You will need to sell items if your inventory is full. So we got 2 weapons, no armor, no trinkets. Okay. So we got a hypocritical submachine gun and a cowardly submachine gun. Don't know. That's a fun little like identifier. So they're both medium submachine guns. This one's got a DPS of 7, and this one's got a DPS of 8. This one has a -1 damage, and this one is -8 crit damage. I think we're gonna try to swap these. I'll give this one to him. Oh, there we go. And I'll give this one to her, since her crit damage is kind of important in her build. Oh, because we took something that lowered our strength. So we got no strength here, but high agility and 3 fitness. Okay. Alright. After configuring weapons and gear, click the explore button. Your team will set out to explore the target location. Okay. I think that'll be good. So put that away. Heavy truck? Who wouldn't want it at times like these? Can't move without a vehicle. Alright, so then let's go ahead and... Oh, and we can see how many deaths we've got. This will be great. Continue exploring. Game automatically will be saved. Okay. Pistols are highly accurate and have a high rate of fire, but deal relatively low damage. Good to know. Oh, I love her, like, sniper outfit we got going on here. Scout outfit. Alright, look. The vehicle we're following makes rhombus-shaped tracks. Right. These are the tracks we're looking for. Okay. Is this to progress onward? I imagine so, unless we're... Oh, no, I can use the arrow keys to move forward. Or I can auto walk. Alright, you will collect various resources during your explorations. All resources stored within your camp are shown at the top of the screen in white. Okay. Temporary resources earned during your exploration are shown in green. These resources will be lost if your exploration fails. Oh, that's interesting. So we've got 1 transistor, but we need to complete the exploration in order to get that. So kind of like in Darkest Dungeon, except that in the original game, if you left a dungeon early, you would take everything, but if you don't complete this, you won't get it. Okay, that's cool, but our supplies will get, though. Right, these are the tracks we're looking for. Alright. Wait a minute, these tracks belong to something else. Can I look at the oasis? There we go. You will encounter a variety of events and characters during your explorations. Options for interactions are shown below the encounter's description. A beautiful oasis in the middle of the cruel desert. The area is a stunning shade of green, contrasted against the yellow expanse beyond. So do we collect drinking water, or do we fish? Well, I mean, I would say probably drinking water, plus it looks like our chances are 86% to get that. So we probably should go with that one. Some interactions may only be tried a certain number of times. The success rate of interactions is shown in the upper right corner. The color of the success rate denotes which stat it's affected by. Oh, interesting. So, since we probably have... And I wonder, too, if this is from both of our stats or from just our lead character stat. But because blue is intelligence, we have a higher % chance with collecting drinking water than with agility, which is lower. Yellow is fitness, purple is resolve, and red is strength. Okay. Your team's success rates will increase as the stats grow. So I'm wondering if this is... Oh, this is our teams down here then. Your team's success rate depends on the teammate with the highest stat. Oh, okay. Ensure that each teammate focuses on one stat. This will help your team cope with various emergencies. Good to know.
Hey.
So because he has a strength of 3, that means that our team strength is 3. And he's got a strength of 4, or sorry, an agility of 4, which means our team's agility is 4. So, and then her fitness is 3, and his fitness is 2. So we would want to establish, like, probably moving her fitness up. in order to continue to have a high fitness rating. Something to think about. But let's collect drinking water. Oh, this water will keep us hydrated for a bit. Oh, and we could do it one more time. I'm gonna try fishing. Let's see what happens there. Oh, we did not succeed. I fished up a jack-in-the-box. So is there any benefit to trying multiple times? I mean, I get to catch fish again, right? But is it gonna... I think it might be taking away my time. Let me take a look. Collecting drinking water. Okay. So it didn't change our time, so... I'm gonna assume that we probably want to continue, like, doing all of those things for every time we get it. Unless there's some other reason that it's gonna mess that up. I think we're gonna... yeah, we're gonna switch our order here, because we want him to kind of take the brunt with all his armor and stuff. Hey, an oasis. We're in luck today. Luck? We wouldn't be walking through this damn desert if we were in luck. Try and be positive, madam. Negative thinking won't get you anywhere in a situation like this. To tell you the truth, I'm curious. Akadilla's cruelty is extended only to those in Scaria. What could he have done to you, a lifelong student in the Norto Republic, to earn your hatred? Don't tell me that you returned to your country just so you could say you went on a desert adventure. And are you going to blow smoke up my ass with some pathetic patriotism excuse? Akadilla killed my entire family and annihilated my tribe. Is that good enough reason for you? That's all you need to know for now. Now piss off. Forgive me, I just feel like I need to understand the people I'm working with if I'm gonna trust them. Trust? If your father was betrayed by his best friend who then ruined your entire future, you would understand that trust is a luxury and dangerous sentiment between people. I'm sorry. I may have gotten carried away. No, you speak the truth. If I had a pen and paper, I'd write your words down for posterity's sake. I really do want to hear about your childhood, when you're in a better mood. Let's stay focused on the task at hand for now. Alright. Ambiguous Tracks. It seems that many vehicles have stopped for a break at this oasis. You see two possible options of tracks to follow, with only one belonging to the heavy truck that you are following. Which should they be? So should we go for the heavy truck, or should we be headed towards this strange vehicle that we don't know what it is? Huh. Concealed wagon tracks. That's interesting. I'm gonna say... let's go for the more shallow and narrow tracks. Let's see what that's about. We went the wrong way. What a waste of time. Dang it. Okay. So do we make camp here? Or do we continue to go? I think we just have to continue to go, but we're in the dark now. Uh-oh. Shit. Army scouts located our position. Let's review then. A proper shooting stance looks like... watch out! Your teammates will line up and prepare for battle upon encountering an enemy. This list shows an overview of your enemies. Right-click their avatars to view their individual details. Click to begin fighting. Your teammates will begin shooting enemies automatically. Take note, you will be unable to spend supplies, use medicine, or adjust teammates' positions once battle begins. Interesting. So it seems like we're not in turn-based here. We're actually going to be just going for it. Start battle. Maybe? Yes? No? It says they'll fire automatically. Hotkey. Okay. Mawzuna. Okay. Sold. She got a pistol, simple armor, and ravage. Okay. So they're a bandit. Start battle. Okay. So if I pause battle, what am I focusing on here? Just that they're shooting them? Let's see here. Manual, accuracy, battle veteran. Okay. They're shooting. Now, can we do anything as far as a skill? Now, we've got it set to manual right now. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Medical assistance required. Pay or die. Okay, morale will slightly increase when teammates attack or take damage. Once a fighter's morale is full, click on their avatar to unleash their ultimate skill. Okay. I click on... Oh, do I click on them? Okay. New fine trinket. Pendant. Cool. Hey, I must admit you're a more skilled fighter than I thought you would be. Skilled? I studied at the military college of the Northern Republic for 3 years. I was ranked in the top 5 among my class for proficiency in light weapons. Education's smeducation. Real skill is determined on the battlefield. You're right. A firefight is a lot different than practicing at the shooting range. Because your target in battle actually moves? No, because my targets howl, scream, and beg for mercy. Yet, you did not hesitate to pull the trigger. I'm beginning to suspect this isn't your first time in battle. A foolish Notanian tourist would never understand the sins that Akadula committed against my family and the rest of Scaria. I'll understand more than you think. Hate changes everything, yet I can't help but think of these fighters' names, their loves, their friends. I can't help but imagine how their families feel when they hear of their deaths. But I know I have to pull the trigger, and so I do. I'm curious about you, Prince. What compels you to pull the trigger? What quarrel do you have with these Scarians, strangers to you? My imagination is far less rich than yours. I fight for survival. Humans live by the rules of nature too. Survival of the fittest. If I don't kill them, they kill me. Showing kindness to the enemy brings cruelty upon yourself. I'm sure you'll learn this lesson for yourself one day. It's not a noble reason, but it's a solid one, I'll give you that. So teammates may be injured due to a variety of reasons. During your exploration, spend supplies to treat their injuries. Click on the small icon next to a teammate's health bar to restore all of their health. Okay. There we are. I mean, might as well. Okay, so, what is his ultimate? Teammates injured in battle will continue to accumulate further injuries. Injuries increase a teammate's max health, decrease a teammate's max health and weaken their combat effectiveness. Use medicine or treat teammates at your camp's infirmary to reduce their injuries. Okay, so no injuries quite yet. Infection, trauma, fracture, none of that. So let's see. So battle veteran makes them invincible. Okay, that must have been what was happening when I was clicking on him. Was making him invincible, not invisible. Alright, let's continue walking. Okay, good. We got the right tracks. Right, these are the tracks we're looking for. Revolutionaries, you bastards, you're the ones ruining Scaria. Okay. The hunter's leather jacket is ripped, his shotgun badly worn. His recent hunts must have been difficult. He seems to have made up his mind about the revolution and who is at fault. His eyebrows furrow as he sees you approach. It will be difficult to get any information out of him. Okay, we can use cash to try and change his mind. Or we could straight up lie. Or we can torture him using strength. Let's try lying. Why not?
Hey.
There we go. The hunter seems to have calmed down. Let's ask if he knows which way the truck went. We could also buy supplies. Or we could buy a weapon. I'm curious. What weapon do we have? We have an Uzi. For 52 of... Yeah, let's buy it. Why not? New fine weapon. Okay. You will obtain various weapons and gear during your expedition, which will be temporarily stored in your loot crate. These items must be returned to camp for inspection and cleaning before they can be used. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. Alright. So, as where the truck went. The giant clunker? Yeah, it went past here, heading east. Okay. Cool. Well, then, on our way. Okay, we keep finding tracks. Oh my gosh. That was a bomb. We keep finding tracks for something else. Alright. Let's take a look. Rapid braking, turning, some metal fragments, vehicle parts, and lots of ammo casings. There was a battle here. It seems we aren't the only people interested in tracking down this truck. That's right. Fortunately, these tracks are still very clear and the ammo casings are warm. I suspect we're extremely close to our target. Of course, I think it best if we use some supplies to restore our strength. We might need to persuade the owner of the vehicle, in that case, that he's not friendly. What you say makes sense, Prince, yet I have my doubts about you. Are all tourists from the Northern Republic so confident on the battlefield? Based on the way you're speaking, it seems as if you find these sorts of situations to be normal. Actually, let's just take a moment and think clearly before you make up another story. I can see through more of your lies than you might expect. So who are you, and what the hell are you doing in Scaria? This is the last time I'm going to ask nicely. Is this how you treat your rescuer, by interrogating them? Fine, I understand that you're consumed by doubt, and that you have at least a dozen questions for me. But we do have to track down this truck. We can't waste any more time. I promise, however, that I'll tell you the whole truth once we sort out our little transportation problem. I hope you'll keep that promise. Why don't we search for supplies? Success! Daily supplies have been allocated. And search for a weapon. And we got it. Nice, a heavy assault rifle. That's good stuff. It's usable. Alright, what else we got here? Junk. So let's go to the Ambiguous Tracks. The fierce fighting in the area has made the tracks hard to read. Which direction should we go? Let's see if we can get the inspection. Yes. This heavy truck seems to be going east. We're on the right path. Let's keep going. Alright. So we've got health. We're good. I think we're okay there. Oh, wow. Got pills and bandages. Why do we keep seeing tracks that are just something else? We got, like, both of them next to each other. The tracks belong to somebody else. Hang on. So, every time I'm seeing plus 1 hour. I'm not going to open that. That looks like a bomb. Okay, minus 1 hour. Okay, so I shouldn't be clicking on everyone. I should only be clicking on the tracks that look like the ones we're looking for. That's so interesting. Okay. Alright, so give up Harukon. That vehicle is nothing more than scrap. The Army Recon Squadron. The Army soldiers are completely focused on the enemies ahead of them and are unaware of our approach. Sneaking up on a target will greatly increase our team's morale at the start of battle. We can even place explosives to greatly reduce their health from the start. Dynamite trap? I mean, it's the same, both intelligence and sneak attack. So let's go for the dynamite trap. Why not? Come on. There we go. Dynamite trap set successfully. Our advantage, dynamite trap, hostiles approaching, start battle. The enemy's on their last breath. There we go. There's his invincibility. And she's gonna throw a grenade. Oh, damn. It's not a grenade. It's over. Okay, we got some rough armor. Seek life and die. Seek death and live. Was that a flare that I was using? Must be. Target all enemies. It lowers their dodge and their fortitude. That's what that was. So it looks like he's leveled up. So we can level up his strength, his agility. Looks like we get to level up one of these abilities here. I'm going to go with strength. And we'll just have him be the strength person. And we'll probably have her focus on other things entirely. Oh, she's got the level up too. Okay. So then let's... I mean, where's his intelligence at? His intelligence is at 15. Or 5, not 15. So let's go with fitness and agility. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. And now we gotta deal with this guy. Army pigs, hit me with your best shot. You came just in time. I would have been shot to a pulp if you had come any later. Are you two some sort of husband and wife kick-ass mercenary team here to save me from the flames of death and dishonor? Husband, wife, mercenaries? You've got it all wrong. We're revolutionaries. More accurately, a lone revolutionary and an innocent tourist from the Nordo Republic. A strange couple, but I owe you my thanks nonetheless. Your truck here seems to be the talk of the Scarian desert. Driving in these areas is sure to draw the attention of the army and bandits alike. This is my tribe's last treasure. I have to protect it no matter the cost. Akadula took everything else we had. It seems that we have a common enemy in Akadula. I'm Banan, a Scarian, and this Notorian here is named Prince, apparently. Please, call me Harun. I am the eldest son of one of the once illustrious and honored Kasa tribe. In fact, the army has been hunting me for months. I've been on the run for months in this damn desert. The Kasa tribe. Didn't you support Akadula during his ascension to the throne? How'd you fall so far? While 3 tribes supported Akadula's conquest, only the Hamufa, his own tribe, reaped the rewards of his victory. The others were cast aside the moment he stepped into the palace. Akadula ordered the immediate expulsion and execution of the Kasa and Tinari tribes. There are very few of them left. So much for honor. At least Akadula is predictable. He never leaves anyone alive that could threaten his power. You sure do know a lot of Scarian history for a Notorian tourist. I always read about a country's history before visiting for the first time. You know, a deep dive. You're from the Nordo Republic? Based on that gun in your hand, I'd say you've gone a bit too far into your deep dive. How'd you end up in the western wasteland of Scaria? Aren't the Kasa based in central Scaria? In the past, yes. Akadula hired hordes of raiders that slowly pushed us from our fertile lands into these desolate sands. Now our homes stand upon dunes as barren as our hopes. Even finding water has become a daily struggle. Living among the tribe grows more difficult by the day, and we've lost countless elders to starvation and malnutrition. Those of us who survived and still had the strength to fight answered the call of the revolutionaries. We wished nothing more than to escort Akadula to his death. Yet my tribe's territory was so far from the revolutionaries' base in the east. There's little we could do to stave off the army's attacks. All of our fighters have fled for their lives or were sacrificed where they stood. You're looking at the last warrior of the Kasa tribe. At least you've earned yourself an impressive title. But one filled with sorrow. I'm saddened by your struggles. And I'm saddened by the state of your truck. You got here from central Scaria in that thing. It looks like to be in poor condition. Can it still move? This beast is an advanced Ural truck produced by the 80s, or produced in the 80s by the Boreal Federation. Boreal Federation. My father worked incredibly hard to get this one from the tribal council. It's got 240 horsepower V8 diesel engine, a 5-speed manual transmission, a 2-speed axle, and can handle up to 12 tons, my friend. Listen to the sound of its steel plates. Look at its bulletproof glass. Look closely and you'll notice that the cab, fuel tank, and engine are all protected by reinforced armor. She also comes equipped with the most advanced shock absorbers from the Boreal Federation, which offers a smooth ride on even the roughest terrains. I don't see anything you just described on the vehicle in front of me. Am I hallucinating, Banan? Her current state is an exception to the rule. I haven't been able to find the necessary materials for repairs. See these marks? Those were left by 12.7 millimeter rounds from a heavy machine gun. I'd have met the old man in the sky a long time ago if this were a regular truck. She's been a faithful travel companion, except for the occasional brake failure. You should have seen her before this last ambush. Damn the army. Huh. The body, tires, and engine all seem somewhat damaged. She won't be able to drive until we repair her. But we need transportation, and we need it now. Remember, we're being tracked by the army as well. Here, take the keys. I owe you. You saved my life, and we have a common enemy, Akadula. There's nothing I could do to repair the truck. You may be able to fix her up if you have the right supplies. Check the crate next to the truck for a few supplies and oil. It isn't much, but it should get you started. I have no objections. Let's see where our rule is hurting. Alright. So Harun, the owner of the truck, is dressed in traditional tribal garb. He thanks us for saving his life and expresses his willingness to join us, provided that we can repair his truck. Alright. Let's try to repair the truck then. So I guess let's get the stuff. Oh, it's too far. Let's move forward. Take all this stuff. We can repair with some supplies. We can use 4 supplies to repair it. I think we should go for that option. There we go. Truck status +4. Okay, it's still looking like it's hurt. Truck status +3. I can repair with lots of supplies. Is that right? Success? We good now? The truck is at 91% integrity. Truck status +3. Okay, we're slowly getting there. There we go. New teammate. We got Harun. He's got an unambitious Inspire rifle and simple armor. Mission complete. Transportation. We found the vehicle and rescued its owner, a man named Harun from the Kasa tribe, an encouraging victory. Perhaps we should return to camp and plan our next steps. Okay. Yeah, how do we return to camp? That is the next step. We hit this. No, that's taking us that direction. Now that we've gotten this done, how do we return to camp? Let's see, is this? No. Is this? Missions? No. This? No. Well, we got a level up. That's good too. Take a look there. I guess just keep going for it until we get back to camp. There we go. Alright, small desert exploration complete. We got a whole bunch of different kinds of resources. We got herbs, we got alcohol, we got antibiotics, bandages, all good stuff for healing. We got some weapons and armor. We've solved our transportation problem, but I still have no idea what your true identity is, Prince. Well, there is no Scarian word for concession, my friends. Is there no Notanian word for honesty? If you're looking for allies and strangers, you must be willing to speak truthfully, my friend. Fine, fine, but even if I speak the truth, I fear you will not believe me. Though I may appear to be some lone wolf, a rogue, I'm actually an agent for the Nordo Republic Civil Security Bureau, assigned to special operations within Scaria. Wait, you must be joking. An agent? And I'm the president. An innocent tourist from the Nordo Republic? I knew you were lying through your teeth. See, I knew you wouldn't believe me. Patience is a virtue, my friends. Will you allow me to finish speaking? I acknowledge that I may have hurt your fragile little hearts, but would you really expect me to tell you this from the start? I came to Scaria for a secret mission, and while I would love to tell you everything, CSB policies prevent me from discussing further details. Look who's finally developing a sense of integrity. I'm trying. It's a shame that the mission has gone poorly up to this moment. As such, I've lost all contact with headquarters, and as you can see, I'm on my own in this lifeless wilderness. Do you really think I could walk up to someone and say, "Hello, nice to meet you, I'm an agent from the Nordo Republic. Take me to Akadula so he can kill me"? So I'm a tourist, and that's the way it has to be. It isn't the most convincing cover story, but it will have to do. You're really a Nortanian agent, huh? You're a far cry from what the movies taught me to expect. I was disappointed as well. I thought they would have given me some explosives, untraceable bullets, and a sexy blonde sidekick. And of course I don't have a card that says I'm a special agent. I suppose they expected me to die faster. But the CSB did give me an escape plan. Step 1, find transportation. We've accomplished that. And step 2, do you think you can escape across the western border? I've tried, and let me tell you, it's hopeless. The border is guarded by thousands of Akadula soldiers, and they're ordered to shoot unidentified civilians upon sight. We'll be shot to shreds. Our bodies will be unrecognizable. Relax, I'm not stupid enough to die at the border. So, Mr. Secret Agent, what's the next step of your plan? Don't forget that the Nortanians' embassy is closed long ago. So who do you expect to help you now? I was given coordinates to the Nordo Republic's secret base before I left on my mission. Its location is in West Scaria, not far from our current position. A secret Nortanian base in Scaria? You must be joking. Think of it as a secret embassy. After all, the CSB is interested in both the security of the Nordo Republic and the world at large. Are you joking? No, I'm completely serious. It would be hopeless to try and make it there alone. There's a chance, with help from you two, that this sleek Ural truck, however, if we can make it to the secret base alive, we should be able to make contact with the CSB and get air or sea support. Let it be known that I have no interest in aiding the Scarian revolutionaries. I will return to the Nordo Republic as soon as we make it to the base. Return to Nordo? But I'm here to fight Akadula, and I'm here to see the sunrise on a brighter future for all Scarians. You're going to run at such a pivotal moment in history? I refuse to back down. Akadula must pay his debts to his own blood. You seem to be failing to cope with reality. Tell me, Exactly what sort of contributions do you think 2 or 3 people can make in a civil war? If you insist, however, I can make other arrangements. After all, the Northern Republic is willing to support the revolutionaries in all actions except direct military action. Would you agree if I could ensure the CSB would not only provide you with intel, supplies, and gear, but then help escort you the revolutionaries' eastern base? Or escort you to the revolutionaries' eastern base? The plan sounds feasible to me. I've heard that the Civic Security Bureau has influenced all over the world. They spent decades digging tirelessly like groundhogs for refuge wherever it may be needed. Indeed, an apt analogy. I'm still not sure I believe you, but we really don't have any other options, do we? We'll have to trust you for now. And this secret base of yours is loaded with supplies? That's good news at least. Nortania's never let our partners down. You'll be happy years from now when you look back at this decisive moment. If we live that long. Believe me, Prince, I'm going to do my best to outlive you. Enough bickering. Otherwise we may all as well say our prayers where we stand. I hope that the road ahead of us will be clear of bandits and Akadula's lackeys. Madam, this is your first time in Scarian Wilderness, is it not? Are you feeling out of your element? I can share my survival expertise with you if you please. I'll speak for free, of course. To be honest, I'm quite sure of myself. However, if you need someone to hear your stories, I'm more than willing to listen. I was quite sure of myself in my youth as well, until the day that Akadula taught me a hard lesson. First, we're short of 2 vital resources, cash and supplies. I believe you already understand the importance of cash. You're accustomed to capitalism if you've spent time in the Northern Republic. Weapons, camp upgrades, and more can all be purchased with cash. Supplies represent essential resources such as food, drinking water, and ammunition. Supplies are distributed among teammates every day at 000 hours. How's that said? At 00 hours? At 0000? At 0000? Maybe. I'm trying to remember my military terminology. At 00 hours. We'll go hungry if our supplies are exhausted. Oil is a rather rare resource and is perhaps our Scaria's most valuable product. A large amount of oil will be consumed while driving between locations. Oil will also be necessary to unlock new technologies and other upgrades. There are 4 other basic materials: stone, wood, metal, and transistors. All these materials will be required when upgrading our camp and fortifying gear. I can understand that these resources will be important to us, but we're currently looking rather empty-handed. Exactly. You must keep your eyes wide open while exploring and collect these resources when you have the chance. Don't forget to look for new gear and weapons from your teammates either. Thanks for the tips, Haran. Don't be too proud of yourself if I come back with a truckload of resources. I wish you only the greatest success if I have a feeling that our little band of guerrillas will soon be famous across Scaria. Perhaps my imagination will be stronger once we're resupplied. Alright, the Ural truck is unlocked. So congratulations, you've just unlocked your first facility within your camp, your truck. Click the truck icon to view its details. Your new teammate will appear in your reserves. Click and drag to transfer them to your battle queue below. Take note, each weapon has its own most suitable position and attack range. A weapon will be highlighted in red if it is not suitable for the fighter's position. So if we put you here... oh, we don't have a weapon for you yet. We need to give you a weapon. Oh, I see. Okay, so kind of down below there, I can't hover my mouse over it, but you'll see there's red dots and green dots, and essentially that's kind of like in Darkest Dungeon, positioning on your battlefield versus what you can hit on the other side. So, so if he's in the back, we definitely don't want to do any of these 3. We probably want to give him this, but his agility is so low. His strength is so high, we probably want to move him to the front, right? But her weapon is no longer usable. So we're going to need to probably give her... Okay, fighters will earn 2 stat points each time they level up. Intelligence plays an important role during expeditions. Make sure that at least one of your teammates has high intelligence. You may level up your teammates' skills by clicking the upgrade button next to their icon. Okay, so I'm thinking of giving her the heavy assault rifle. Yeah. That way, she'll be able to fire from back here. What does this have on it? It's got like a bar here. I'm not sure. Oh, it's attached to Banan. but I'm not sure. So that's attached to Chris. Okay, so if we switch to Haroon, maybe the submachine gun. Damage -1. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Okay.
Hey.
And Chris has this submachine gun. I'm trying to think of... Okay, good. So our comparison there is that our equipped one's actually best. We could probably sell these other ones off, honestly. We got armor, too. Simple armor, defense -20, but it gains speed and dodge. Indistinct waste. Accuracy lowers, supply costs go up. Okay. Well, I mean, might as well give that to him, and then give this one to him. Sure. We'll go with that. We can also upgrade him, but he's got high strength too, so maybe we'll upgrade intelligence this time, and agility, and we'll go for... Oh, she's not ready to upgrade yet. DPS is high for him. DPS is 8.4, and his is actually the lowest DPS. Okay. And we have a trinket, so we have this. Pendant adds accuracy. Who's got the lowest accuracy? How do we see that at a glance? Here we are. So 67.2%. So he's at the lowest accuracy. Might as well give him that trinket. Boost that up to 72%. And looks like we're all set to go. So he's a tribal warrior. They're trained from a young age and are more willing to sacrifice their own blood for a cause they believe in. Best position, DPS tank, which is probably where we want him, right in the front there. Shotgun, heavy armor, and has bloody assault, which lowers their own HP by 6 and targets one enemy, does 240% the weapon damage, and has a special effect of HP per second. I'm thinking that's going to lower their HP per second, hopefully. Teammate reserves, we don't have any. Okay. And if we look at the map, open the truck's interface to assign fighters to empty positions. Okay, let's look at the truck's interface first. Our truck provides us the ability to move across the world map. Okay. Open the Assemble tab to adjust your truck's accessories, weapons, and personnel. You may encounter other hostile vehicles while navigating the world map. A well-assembled truck will save you lots of trouble. So we've got rocket, and then 2 seats here. How do we... I guess we don't use that one. I'm thinking... Maybe we'll put our 2 sort of warrior types in the back. I think that's right. Techs. Then we can level up our engine and other things with the truck. We haven't had any deaths yet, thank goodness. Alright. So far I'm liking this. It's a little different than what I was expecting. I was expecting something more of a turn-based strategy. Whereas this kind of has a little bit more of like a tower defense kind of mentality with the combat of just sort of setting up your teammates, making sure they have the best materials possible, and kind of throwing them at the enemy. But I do like that each of them has like a bonus, a boost that they can do. Which actually, I think now I'm thinking about it, maybe Chris needs to be in the front because of this invincibility. I don't know. We'll try it out in some combat. Definitely changes up the strategy element rather than like a point and click where you're choosing each enemy. No, not each enemy. You're choosing each of your soldiers and what kind of attack you're doing. Like in Darkest Dungeon, you're kind of more just building these guys up, kind of like I said, tower defense, where your towers are doing different kinds of abilities for you with maybe a super every now and again. But that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and leave it there for today. Folks, if you liked this gameplay and you want to see me play more in this game, leave a comment below letting me know what you liked about it, what you'd like to see more. If you like this video and want to see more of what's on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos. Like this video so it shows up in the YouTube algorithms. And as always, folks, I will see you in the next game.